Hello. Can you guys hear me? Hi. Is anybody on? Here we go. Been looking forward to this all day. Oh, I'm glad you can hear me. Thanks, Melissa. Just going to shuffle all the decks I'm going to be using today. Hello, Luna Ray. Hello, Williams Chris. Hello, Katie H. Hello, Clarissa. Wait for a few more people to join. I need one more deck. Ugh. Hello, VS1111. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Jenny. My hair is like a hot mess. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay. Ooh. Hair is unruly. Hello, Lori. Okay, so give it another minute for people to join. Hello, Angelica. Or Flavia Angelica. I don't know why your comment was hidden. Hello, awakened mind. Thanks, VS1111. Okay, so this is a live, obviously, right? So today, the last live went so well, and I thought, let's do another one. And so I decided to do, the energy check-in live with you guys, kind of watching, going through the energies, and then following the same format as last time. For those of you who have already booked your one question readings, I will channel those messages for those questions that you've asked. I only will say the first name. I will not say the name of the other person. I won't even really say what you asked. Okay, I'll just basically say your name so that you are present, and make sure that you're here. I already know who will not be present for today's, for their questions, so they can just watch it on the replay. But for those of you who are interested in booking the one question reading, the process is this. The link is pinned up at the top of the chat. You will click on that link. You will purchase the one question reading, and then I will email you really quickly, right? When I have a second, I will email you just kind of the process, and then you'll email me back and I'll answer the question live today. Okay. I don't have like a hard stop for the time I'm going to stop. I'm kind of thinking, I'll do this for maybe hour and a half. We'll see. So I'm going to give some more people time to join. I see Janelle and Jennifer have just booked theirs. So let me just quickly email both of you. Let me just do this real quick while you're. Hi, Isella, and thank you very much, Jennifer and Janelle. Jennifer. Okay, so Janelle and Jennifer, look out for a quick email. You're welcome, Alexis. So let me send you guys the quick email. All right, so Jennifer, I'm emailing you now. And Jennifer, I'm emailing you now. Okay. So those are the only two that I have just right now. So I have obviously a bunch from that are pre-booked, but for those two new ones, I just sent you emails. So please take a look at your email. All right. So I'm going to now shift to all of you. Okay. So I've already, if you booked while I'm talking or while I'm doing the energy check-in, don't worry, I'm going to get to you. I'm not going to forget. So if I see this, I'll be sure to answer your question. I'll be sure to honor your booking. And I'll let you know when I'm going to do the cutoff. Okay. What kind of questions are best? Yes or no questions are not good. I just really don't suggest, as a client, if I'm a client, yes or no questions are not the best. What I would always ask is, what's the energy around this, right? So what's the energy of or surrounding blocks and challenges in our connection? What's blocking the masculine? It could be, what's his energy towards me? What are his intentions towards me? Those types of questions are good. Questions like, what is what's some guidance from spirit? What does spirit want me to know? Questions like that. So if that gets the juices going a little bit for you guys, those are, there's no good or bad question, but yes or no questions, it's just you're not going to get a whole heck of a lot. You just want a yes or a no. So I wouldn't ask those. Ask the energy behind something so that you can get some sort of, a bigger picture idea. Hello, Lynette. So KDH, I hope that answered the question. Okay, so the check-in that I want to do today is the Akashic Records. I haven't done an Akashic Records reading in a while. I was kind of thinking back, when did I do an Akashic Records last? And it's been a while. So I want to do an energy check-in on the contract. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Akashic Tarot. And oh, by the way, if you're watching, the only people that can comment are subscribers to my channel. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, you're probably having some difficulty commenting or whatever. So make sure you are a subscriber. Only subscribers, not members, subscribers. If you've hit the subscribe button, you know when I'm posting. Anyone that is a subscriber can comment. All right, are you guys there? Because I feel like the chat just died. So just send me an emoji, do something, because I feel like either it's a glitch or something's going on. All right, so Akashic Records reading, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing. Yeah, so it looks like the chat is delayed. Okay, so bear with me if I'm not seeing all of your messages on the chat. Okay, so we're going to do the Akashic Records. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Akashic Tarot. We are going to get one card because these are really big, and I like to shuffle this way. We'll be here all day if I'm shuffling, a whole spread. So I'm going to get one card for where Divine Feminine is in her soul contract as related to her masculine, and then one card for masculine on where he is on his connection with feminine, and then I'll get one card for where we are in the soul contract, okay? And I'll clarify it with all the different tarot cards, so you'll get enough. It's not like it's just one card and nothing. You guys know me. I'm the queen of clarifiers, just like I'm the queen of light. So, all right, let's get started. Okay. like the masculine card came out quickly, and so did the feminine card. It's the connection card where we're getting all kinds of jumpers. I'm sure you guys can feel that in your own journeys, right? It's like you're okay, he's doing his thing, and then the connection's kind of like, what's going on there? So let's see. Finally. Oh my God. Okay, that's why it took so long. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, so let's start clarifying. Wow. Okay. I don't know. I always get so shocked. I don't know why, but I do. Okay. Okay. Let's get the last clarifiers. Guys are all patiently waiting. Thank you. Okay, this is really interesting. You know me, I like to get like layers of cards, right, to tell the story. So we have one final layer. So it'll be a total of 4 cards. And 4 has just been my number, you know, like I always do 4-card readings, or when I do a personal reading, I do 4 cards for each part of the spread. So we're getting our last set of cards here. My God, I'm like breaking out in hot flash. The energy is hot. Are you guys feeling it too? Maybe it's all of your excitement I'm picking up on. Like literally my body's getting hot. Thank you, Angel. Okay, last card. Okay. Wow. All right. So we're going to look at divine feminines. I'm like really hot. Okay. Okay, so bottom of the deck. We're going to start with the bottom of the deck. We have Archangel Michael as the bottom of the deck for this reading. So when Archangel Michael comes up, especially in this energy of the bottom of the deck for the theme of the reading, this is really an energy of protection, divine protection. When you think of Archangel Michael, you think of the energy of strength, of protection. I mean, look, you've got a little boy and a girl here, and you have Archangel Michael. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys work with Archangel Michael as part of your personal spiritual journey. Like, send me an emoji so I can see. But when we get Archangel Michael in a reading, and also it's interesting because it's the number 9 card, okay? So when the number 9 card comes out, that's really telling me about the strength of each person's own independent journey, okay? So both masculine, both feminine are in this energy of their own personal power, their own personal strength, and they're working with Archangel Michael, and specifically, when I think of Archangel Michael, this is also the energy of, when you look at like what people do for a living, right? So first responders, for example, they have Saint Michael as a lot of their protective kind of gadgets or themes or like keychains, etc. So I really do feel like Archangel Michael is very, very significant in the connection right now, and also protecting the connection. So specifically for divine feminine, Archangel Michael is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel that for her personal journey, for her soul contract is protected. She's working on herself. She's focused on her own self mastery. She's focused on her own abundance. The Eight of Pentacles is also the energy of mastery, self mastery. So we have this energy where her journey is protected, her mastery is protected. And look at this, we get the energy of the constellation. So what does it say here? Look, network, support, associates. And who's the support? Archangel Michael. So it just really feels like for divine feminine, with the last card being the ship, it just feels like for divine feminine, she's in her strength, she's in her power, she's being supported on her journey, and she's very much in an energy where Archangel Michael is an influence. Okay, I thought somebody's put twos. I thought it was Z's. I'm like, you guys are falling asleep. Like, what the heck? And it just feels like Archangel Michael is helping her to move forward on her journey in whichever way that she is desiring. Okay, so whether that's taking a vacation, maybe that's in her own journey moving forward towards something else, someone else, alone. It doesn't matter. She's moving forward. She's not staying stagnant, and Archangel Michael is helping give her the strength to continue to move forward. So, what is divine feminine specific energy? Look at this, clearing the way. When this card comes out, this is very interesting. So, here's that horse and carriage. There's a big old tree trunk that's blocking their movement forward into this like promised land, right? Into their union. But the man and the woman have gotten out of this carriage together to clear the way. So for divine feminine, what I really feel like what's happening in her soul contract is that the path is being cleared for her, right? She's clearing the path. She maybe is energetically working with her masculine to clear the path. So if there's an energy of people feeling stuck, if there's an energy of her connection feeling stuck, because the question was, what is her energy as related to masculine in her soul contract? Is that she feels like anything that is in an obstacle, anything that's blocking her from her growth, from her development, anything that's keeping her stagnant, she's cutting those things out because she's motivated. Ace of Wands. She's motivated for a new beginning. She's passionate. She has this desire to have success. Success at what? Her own intuition, being divine feminine. And I keep getting this for feminine in the readings. It's like she's really embodying that Empress divine feminine energy right now. And, maybe this isn't everybody. So for those of you who are struggling, you will get there. If you're part of this collective, you will get there. But she's worked very hard. The divine feminine that I'm talking about right now with that Eight of Pentacles, that's hard work, man. She's like put all these pentacles up. She's been working hard on creating all these pentacles to get to this energy of confidence and this energy of independence. And there were a lot of fears. There were a lot of uncertainty on her journey, right? But with the support of Archangel Michael, with the support of her soul tribe, with the support of her higher self, she's in this energy where she's in her strength and in her power, in her sovereignty to clear any obstacles that are in her path, to move towards a new beginning, to have success and victory in her journey, in her femininity, in the energy of being that true feminine. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So now for divine masculine. So we share the bottom of the deck, right? Archangel Michael. I already channeled this. But look at him. Ace of Swords. Now, Archangel Michael is giving this masculine the strength to have a breakthrough, the strength to cut cords, the strength to cut through illusions, the strength to have clarity about the mother load and the Fool card. So, what I'm getting for this is that for divine masculine, he's gaining the strength to speak his truth, to take action towards his truth, to cut out anything that keeps him from his truth, because he's in this energy where he knows where his prosperity lies. And anything that is going to get in the way of him being prosperous, okay, hitting his jackpot. I keep channeling this, right? If you follow me on Instagram, which by the way, it's not easy to follow me on Instagram because I don't allow everybody in. There's too many scammers, too many people. So I just kind of like, I'm really, really cautious about opening up my Instagram to everybody. But on Instagram, I have been saying he knows he struck gold with divine feminine. He knows feminine is the gold standards. And here we're getting the mother load. And it says prosperity, jackpot, success, good fortune. Okay. So it's this energy. And then we have the Fool card. So it just feels like, interestingly enough, right underneath that is the Emperor card. So Archangel Michael is giving the masculine strength to create the breakthrough, to create the energy of the breakthrough, to achieve his abundance, to gain his abundance, to win back, right, his abundance, and then take that leap of faith forward, giving masculine the courage to take the leap forward towards his feminine. So his energy towards his divine feminine is, we have the card of balance. Look at that. This is that card of, sometimes it could be lawsuits. Sometimes this, and didn't I already say, by the way, and I didn't even know this card came out. Did I say something about like first responders, Archangel Michael? There could be something here to do with justice, like an energy of jury, an energy of court, an energy of, occupation. Maybe the person is a lawyer, maybe the person is a police officer, something like that. But there is an energy of balance. There is an energy of justice. There's an energy of diplomacy. So Archangel Michael is giving this masculine the strength to bring balance into his life, to set things right, to do things right. It's a lot about karmic justice because he has been too stubborn, Four of Pentacles, too rigid for too long. And I also feel like anywhere that his abundance was stuck, where he felt scarce, where he didn't feel like he had enough, so he's like hoarding all of his possessions, there is going to be a balance to that because he's been under illusion. He's been going through all of these mind games, which probably makes him play mind games, right? He was in confusion. He's been holding on to his energy of mirage or a delusion even. And those things are going to start to come into balance because the clarity here is, who is my person? Who is my target? Who is my go-to woman, right? Or counterpart. And that is his divine feminine. That's the truth. That's the clarity. Archangel Michael is helping him bring in balance, helping him shift things. He's breaking through the energy of stubbornness and rigidity. Okay. There's this energy of optical illusions. There's this energy of, he's just been confused about who is what, right? Maybe he was creating relationships with other people because he was in the energy of illusion, delusion, powerlessness. But he's gaining the strength. He's gaining the strength. Okay, let me look at these comments real quick before I channel the energy for the connection. All right. Yes, it's encouraging. I wear Archangel Michael around my neck. Awesome. Hello, Mariah. Yes, a great card to see. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the energy of the connection. So this is really interesting. Whenever I get this card, the initiation and the Count Saint Germain, This feels like the Union card to me. Okay. We have this energy of, I'm not answering questions on the chat. If you guys have questions that you want to ask, you can book the question reading, but I'm not answering questions about what you should or shouldn't do on the chat. That's not what the chat is for. So this card comes out. So when this card comes out, this card is more of a union for me. There is a card in here in this deck that says commitment. But for me, when I read that card, it's more about that commitment to self first and foremost before that commitment to the counterpart. See this card. And it's about the contract. But when I get this card, this is the energy of the high vibrational connection and this initiation of the Count Saint Germain is all, and it's a major arcana, by the way. It's all about that energy of transformation. It's about the energy of the higher revelation. It's the energy of finally moving into this ascension, into this power, into this insight, into the achievement. And the time is now. The time for the inner union is now, and the time to move into the sacred union is now. And I feel like with the Page of Cups clarifying, there needs to be an offer. There has to be some offer, but I don't feel like what's going to happen is, oh, there's this bold plot proclamation. Oh, by the way, I didn't even read you guys the bottom of the deck. Let me give you the bottom of the deck first before I kind of go into this. So Archangel Michael is giving someone strength to make an offer, to find their words, to choose their words, and it will happen unexpectedly. So then the bottom of the deck is, well, here's that union that I was talking about. Here's that energy of the time is now. The ascension is happening now. The transformation is happening now. Change is happening now. The inner union has happened. I feel like this old news, if you're not in your own inner union, you have to keep working towards that and to that. We're not always going to be perfectly healed before we come into union, but we have to let go of distortion. We have to let go of the ego, of the wounds, of this energy of he said, she said, and blame and unforgiveness. The time is now. The time to ascend is now. The time for this offer is now. And what I was saying was, I feel like there's going to be an unexpected offer. Like it's going to be unexpected. I don't feel like it's going to be like, okay, I haven't talked to you in 3 years. Here's the ring and let's get married. No, I feel like it's an innocent, soft, genuine offer. I feel like it's going to be a hello. I hope you have a good holiday. Thinking about you. I don't feel like it's like I haven't talked to you in 30 years and I want to marry you now. I don't feel like it's going to be that, but I do feel like it's going to come from the divine masculine. Why? Look at this card. It's the tools. He has the tools now. He has what it takes now. And look at it, even says masculinity. This is the masculine bringing in the union. Okay. But there's a lot of stress. He's working on his stress. He's working on his anxiety. And I also feel like there is an offer of perhaps apology. Yes, Tyler, you can. The link is up at the top. I feel like this is masculine transforming, feminine transforming, both ascending, and masculine bringing in the offer of change, apology towards any sort of loss or deterioration that the relationship had experienced. I'm just curious. Do you guys want to know where we're headed in the contract? Anybody want to know? I want to see lots of emojis or something, or I'm not going to do it. Brandon, can you please stop commenting like random stuff? I don't understand what you're saying. Yes. Okay, do you sure you guys want to know? All right, let's see where it's headed. Okay, and just a reminder before I get into where the connection is headed. If you want to book your one question reading, you click on the link at the top of this chat and you can book that now. I'm already 30 minutes into this live. I mean, like time flies, and I will probably only take a couple of more bookings. So if you want to book now, do it now, and then I'm going to shut down that because I have several to do. Okay. Oh my God, look, these cards came out, but I don't take two. I only take one at a time. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is interesting. So, where are things potentially headed? Divine physician towards healing, healing of ourselves, healing of each other over third party connections. Okay, so again, Flavia, and anybody who's asking me a question, I'm not taking questions on the chat. If you want to book the question reading, you would have to click on the link above and ask the question through the email to me, not here in the chat. Okay, thank you. So the healing of third party connections, right? The damage that it's done, and look at this, leaving it behind, leaving those third party energies behind. You can't have a union with third parties in the picture. You can't have a union with external interference. So this is the first thing. It's this energy of healing from external interference and third party situations, rising above them, leaving those third party situations behind. And then guess what? Finding your true north, finding your North Star. So I love this. It just feels like the energy of, yeah, you can't have a union if you got other people in the mix. Like if you guys, if for those of you who have karmic situations, or if you're even in a karmic or third party situation, you can't have union with your twin if you have another person there. So again, part of that healing is eliminating those energies that don't belong, right? Spending some time working on yourself, on your own journey, instead of jumping from one connection to another. So where is the connection headed? King of Scrolls. This is the masculine energy. We already got that person of air at the bottom of the deck for when we said, what's the energy of the connection? Well, it just feels like this masculine needs to come forward with his honesty, his integrity, his words to do those healing, to do that healing. But right now, it just feels like he's trapped in his head. I do feel like he's trapped in his head about this emptiness that he's feeling, right? I do feel like he's trapped in his head and he feels very victimized by the separation. So I do feel like he's gaining knowledge right now. So I don't feel like there is an immediate next step into the union. I feel like the immediate next step is, so Brooke, go to the website, queenoflight1111.com, and you can find it there. I do feel like the immediate next step is to heal the third party connection, right? It's about ending that. It's about ending the illusion, delusion that that was my person, is my person. Take the lessons and move on, right? So it's about that energy. It's about standing in your truth, standing in your sovereignty. And that's what he's doing with this Ace of Swords. There is energy of clarity. There is energy of a breakthrough here. And the breakthrough is he knows who his jackpot is, right? He knows who his person is. And so the first thing he has to do is let go of the outside energy, heal himself, right? And then bring healing into the connection. Feminine's moved on. She's probably already forgiven him, but he needs to come forward and bring in what? Balance. We see that. He needs to bring in balance. And so once that balance comes in, then we can take the steps towards union. But it just feels like right now, this divine masculine is really taking the lessons. He's learning the lessons. He's working on his words. He's working on his honesty and his integrity. But I do feel like there is some self-entrapment. I do feel like he's kind of like very much in this energy of like, I want the new beginning, but I feel like I'm in a place of void. So I'm really trying to learn the lessons from this void. Okay, I hope that made sense. Let me know if that made sense in the comment. Don't ask me questions. Let me know if it made sense. And then we can move on to the one question readings. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to channel before I transition into other people's energy. Yeah, so if you guys want to book your own one question reading, then you can do that at queenoflight1111.com, or I put the link at the top. So let's see. We have a couple that have come in. Let me just send those emails out. 1 second. Okay, so Natalia, I'm going to send you your email now. And then I'm going to just give it literally a few more minutes, and then I'm going to close down the questions because I'll be here all day. So Natalia, please look out for the email I just sent you. Okay, what are we saying here? I did a cord cutting ceremony. I don't know about this cord cutting things. You know that line in like when people take their vows and it says, what's that line? It's something like nobody can, like cut your, or like kill your, connection or whatever, even you, right? So if you're in, not everybody, I'm going to say this, not everybody is in a twin flame relationship. Okay. I'm just going to keep it really real. People think that they're in a twin flame relationship. I have done readings for people that think they're, and I'm not the person to tell you whether you are or you're not, but sometimes, toxic connections, because there is an element of these relationships, these twin flame connections that are very difficult because there's so much healing and triggering that comes from it's not the Instagram story reading. Brooke, the link is at the top. It just feels like a lot of people, because it's so trendy, like even like I just posted a song on Instagram, that Taylor Swift song, right? I'm not saying she's not in a twin flame connection, but there's a lot of people that want to believe they're in a twin flame connection, and I think that could be dangerous if you're really connecting to a label, whether karmic, soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to call it, because when you connect to a label, sometimes people can get stuck. And people can be very much in an energy of just like, oh my God, well, this is my twin flame. And so I can't move on with my life and blah, 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 and that's wrong. The label helps when you understand the journey. If you want to say it's a twin flame relationship, then you have to understand that it's not just a connection to be with another person. It's not a connection just to be with a man. It's not a connection just to be with a woman. it's that's not what this journey is about. This journey is about healing. The journey is about finding your way back to your truest self. That's what this journey is about. If you're in this journey and you're thinking my end game is that person, then that's not it. That's not it. This journey is about healing. This journey is about getting into your own authenticity and your person that you are on this journey with, that you call your twin flame, is going to be able to mirror a lot of these wounds and these egos and these cycles back to you. And that's what's painful. But it's not them hurting you. It's you being shown something. If you know, first of all, it's like if they're not choosing you, why do you continue to chase and choose them? Why are you in the pain? Every day you have a decision to make a different decision. You know, someone commented the other day, like, oh, well, you know, I've been stuck in this connection for X amount of years. And when you say stuck, I've been stuck. Well, you can just as easily claim that I am choosing to move forward in my journey. You choose to stay stuck. You can't blame him or the counterpart for not, you know, moving forward with you. This is not about that person. It's about you. Bring this journey back to you. And then you will feel like less of a victim. I really feel that it is a victim mentality when you're saying, I'm stuck and blah, blah, and I can't move on. These are all choices that you're making, and you have to be accountable for your own behavior. You have to be accountable. You can't say I'm stuck because of someone else. You have a choice every day, every minute. You have a choice. Does that make sense? You guys here for that? So, let's see. Yeah, your own union. Yes, complete mirrors. Yes, spot on. Okay. All right. We have one more booking and then I'm going to close. By the way, that Taylor Swift song, oh my God. Did you guys listen to that All Too Well? Have you guys heard it? It is an amazing, amazing song. And it just talks about a very painful journey when you fall in love with someone and literally you think they're the one and you're like, are you even real? And then they do 180, which is very, very twin flamey, right? Brooke, I'm sending you an email now. So if you can respond back to that. But it's just it's very very difficult. But the thing is, you have to cut out of your own illusion. And remember, I always say that the divine feminine is the energetic leader. And so that's what it is. It's the energy of the yin and the yang, the receptive and the action, right? It's the energy of the high priestess and the magician. A lot of people will say the high priestess's counterpart is the hierophant, but the hierophant's not. The hierophant's all about traditions. He's the pope, in my opinion. That's my opinion. So you guys can, you know, decide how you want to. But when I see the counterpart to the high priestess, who's all knowing, who's mystic, who's intuitive, who's aware, who just sits very confidently on her throne, knowing everything's going to be okay, knowing that she's learning, knowing that she's teaching. The person, her counterpart is the magician. That's the active energy. That's the creation. That's the sun. That's the yang. So you have to be in this energy of understanding how to dance between the magician and the high priestess, right? So when do you take on your own inner masculine energy and when do you become more receptive? And then when you have that dance down for your own journey, it starts to like really manifest outside of you in your own relationships and in your relationship with your person even, right? And you will see them when you're cutting out of delusion, when you're cutting out of this, you know, karmic cycle of like, oh, I'm waiting, I'm going to stay stuck and oh, blah, 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 and he's with somebody else and all this stuff. Like, then when you come out of that, like caring about it and you keep moving your journey forward, he will absolutely be affected. And if he can make the free will decision, then to cut that cord, just like we got here with the Ace of Swords. So for the feminines moving on, that masculine is making some changes. Okay, so This is going to be last call. I'm going to give you LG brought me here, Queen of Light. I understood what you were showing me this last year. Thank you, everything. You're welcome. I'm going to give you guys, what time is it? 3:45. Okay, 3:47. I'm going to take that one question reading off of the website. So you have 2 minutes to book, and then I'm done, people. I'm tired already. It's already been 45 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and start my email, start reading for the people that have booked. Okay, I'm going to do this in the order in which I received the booking, okay? So, sorry, I have to like who I have one question. Okay, so the first reading is for Kylie. All right, so Kylie, I know is not going to be present. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the question is, what does the other person want in regards to their connection? Okay, and I'm not going to say names. I'm only going to say the name of the first name of the person who purchased. Okay, that way you guys can get an idea of the questions. And so if I do this again, then you have that. Okay, so what does your person want in regards to your connection? Okay, so the bottom of the deck, Kylie, is the Ace of Cups. And so I really do feel like when I get the Ace of Cups, what this person wants as related to the connection is really love. Okay, but I really feel like it has more to do with loving themselves first before they can come forward and join their cup with someone else. So the first card that we have is strength. So he wants to be in his strength. He wants to be in his personal power. He wants to be in the energy of mastery. He wants to be able to master his emotions, master himself, master his environment, master his thoughts. I feel like he's in this energy where he doesn't feel like he's quite in his strength, quite in his mastery just yet. And so he wants to be able to provide that. Okay. And so I feel like I'm not sure what your sign is, because you didn't put that in the reading. But I do feel like this is the energy where he's seeing you as someone who's abundant, seeing you as someone who has, her own business, or is a career person, but also someone who's very nurturing, someone who's very warm, someone who can create a home. And so in order to be with the Queen of Pentacles, he needs to be in his personal power. He needs to be in a state of mastery. And that is his truth. That is his clarity. That is what he wants. So in regards to your question, what does he want? In regards to your question, he wants to feel fulfilled in his own love first. He wants to be in this energy of strength and mastery in order to bring you that sort of clarity and love. So it just feels like right now he is focused on his own cup, on his own personal love and affection and caring for himself, because he knows that he needs to be. Look at all this yellow in these cards. This is about courage and confidence. It's the energy of the solar plexus. He needs to have it. He needs to have courage and confidence in order to come to you and bring out any breakthrough or change. Okay. So Kylie, that is your question. We're going to move on to the next one. Okay, let's see. Who is next? Sorry, I have a lot. I want to make sure that I keep them like in order. Bear with me. For those of you who want to stay on, that's fine. But for those of you who want to drop off, it's totally okay too. I appreciate you guys being here for the first part of the live. All right, so Kylie is done. We're going to do the next one. Okay, Jen. Is Jen on? Say hello, Jen, if you're on. Jen. All right, if I don't hear from Jen, I'm going to move on to the next person until Jen tells me she's here. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next person then. Sunny. Sunny, are you here? Oh, is Luna, are you Sunny? Are you Sunny, Luna? Sunny. Okay. Thanks, Luna. Aurora, yeah, you can. I forgot to take it down. You can book now. If you book now, then I'm going to take it down. I keep forgetting because I get sidelined. Okay. Luna, who is Sunny. Okay, we're going to do Sunny next. Or Luna. I don't know when you guys have all these different names. Okay. Let me find your email. Here you are. Okay. So you want to know what the reunion energies are for the coming year. Okay. Luna, Sunny, what is your sign? What's your sun sign? Yeah, the chat's really delayed. Virgo. Okay, interesting. Is there a third party? Yes or no? Yeah, okay. Yeah. On his side. Oh, that's what you're saying, I think still. So on his side. Okay. Just give me a minute. Well, the reason why I'm asking is because the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. And I don't feel like that's you. I feel like that could be an outside energy. It could be someone who's trying to hold on, continues to hold on. The person, when they're in their shadow of the Queen of Wands, could be jealous or clingy. So I do feel that energy. So maybe they're not together, but maybe the energy is still there. I feel like they're together though, at least for next year, remember? So this is not the second question. This is a one question reading, and the link is above. So, okay. So, Sunny, it feels like you're asking about the future. Okay. So, remember, when you ask me about a future energy, I'm just pulling the energy for the future now. These things can change, right? It can change tomorrow, it can change the next day, because nobody's God. So what I'm picking up today about your future energies for reunion for the upcoming year, I see that this person is still a part of the equation. And I do feel, though, that they might start a new cycle. But I also really feel like the masculine energy is going to want to let go of some baggage. Okay, I feel like the masculine energy just wants to, kind of let go of his baggage, be free, operate in self love. And I feel like for him, he wants to be in his own mastery. And so this really goes with the other person that I just read for. It's like those masculines, um and perhaps you all are part of that same collective. It's that masculine that wants to come into his mastery, but knows they got to break free of the baggage, love themselves to become a master for union. Two of Cups. But I feel like this is not the energy of, oh, okay, I'm going to create union. I feel like this energy for what could be coming is that this third party energy, right? Maybe the person's gone, but that third party energy, he needs to break free from it. He needs to cut his ties. He needs to let go of that baggage, focus on his self love, be the master so that he can be in a union where he can offer a cup perhaps to you. But right now, what Spirit is showing is that what could potentially be coming up for next year, as far as reunion or union is concerned, is that he's got to lose the baggage. He's got to lose the baggage from that connection, from that person, from that energy. Take a leap of faith, go at it alone, right? Focus on his own self to become his own master in order to be in a partnership that is balanced and equal. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense, Luna. Luna, Sunny. All right, we're going to do the next one now. Okay, who's next? Clear the deck. Okay, did Jen Knight come back? Haha, either one's fine. All right, well, I'm going to answer Jen Knight's question, and hopefully she can just catch it on the replay. And I had to say that full name because there's a lot of people here with that same name. Okay, so let's get to her question. Okay. What is happening towards our 3D union in our twin flame journey? Okay, what is happening towards union in their journey? In the 3D. I'm a 3D reader. Okay. So this is for Jen. Okay, so the bottom of the deck is the Lover's card. So when this card comes out, at the bottom of the deck, it's really telling me not only just about relationships, okay, or connections or soul connections, but it's about choices in relationships. So what's happening as far as the union, right? What's happening towards any union is that there's a choice to make. to be in union or to not to be in union. So it just feels like the first card being the Eight of Swords, it's like both of you are feeling trapped. Eight of Swords, it's like an energy where, the Eight of Swords, when you look at this card, it's a very loose bandage. This energy here is this energy of, you can easily take your hand out and cut through the bandage. So you're actually only imprisoning yourself. Okay. Aurora, I'm only taking questions for people who have booked a reading, so I don't see anything that's come forward for you yet. So this energy is that there is a self-entrapment, and it's in the head space. So I feel like what's happening as far as the any movement towards union is we're really not moving towards union yet if we're in this energy of self-entrapment. And I feel like you guys are both don't know where to go, how to grow this connection, how to manifest it. Eight of Swords with the Three of Wands, it's like this energy of, I'm too exhausted, too self-imprisoned to make any sort of decision about how we're going to manifest or grow this connection. I feel like both of you perhaps are even married still, or were married, because the Hierophant card is like a traditional marriage. Or maybe this is just talking about the spiritual connection and contract. It's followed by the Page of Swords. So what I'm really feeling is that I don't feel, to be very, very honest, I don't feel like it's headed towards union. I feel like what's happening is that both of you are going to be making decisions and choices about this relationship. And you're really stuck in the decision-making process. It kind of feels like you both don't know what to choose. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to bring in or manifest as far as this commitment is concerned. So it just feels like you're just in this energy of observation and an energy of restlessness, perhaps even just observing each other, maybe even delaying communication about, hey, we're either going to move forward or we're going to break up. It just feels like what's happening in that connection between the two of you towards any sort of union is we're not moving towards union. It feels like an energy of I'm stuck in my head, I'm stuck in my thoughts, I don't know where to go with this, and so I'm very restless, I'm in my head, and I'm not going to do anything yet until I have some sort of clarity. So it just really feels like we're not necessarily moving to union, but we're getting very, very restless about the stagnation in the current state of the connection. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, we're going to move to the next. All right, who's next? Clear the deck. Okay, do we have Lynette here? Aurora, did you get my message? I'm not doing free questions. Is Lynette still on? Hi. Okay, let's do this, Lynette. Let me just clear the energy from the deck. Let me close. Okay, Lynette, just pulling up your question. Well, I have to say your first name. I'm seeing your email here. Actions he may plan to take towards the sacred partnership. Okay, let's see. Actions. Look at keeps coming out for all of you people that are asking about masculines. Okay. So what we're getting here is the Temperance card at the bottom of the deck. Sorry about the shine. Temperance is all about patience. Temperance is really kind of being in this energy where perhaps we're not on the same page yet. Okay, maybe one partner is hot, one partner is cold. And so, as far as action that he may plan to take towards a relationship with you, sacred or whatever, is an energy where we're just not on the same page yet. It's an energy of harmonizing, it's an energy of healing. And so right now he's just being very patient. I do feel though that he does want to make an offer. Page of Pentacles, an offer in the 3D. I do feel like there is an energy here where, you know, he wants to maybe think about an offer, strategize about it, plan out an offer from a place of mastery. I do feel that. I do feel like he wants to be in his best energy. He wants to be a master of his environment. You know, he wants to understand how he feels about you. He wants to feel better about, you know, his job, his income. He wants to feel like he's channeling his passion appropriately. So I do feel like there is an offer that he wants to create, but I do feel like with the Five of Pentacles, it's not now. With the Five of Pentacles right now, he's created separation. He's created abandonment in the connection. And that's because I feel like he's in the King of Wands, the shadow energy. I feel like maybe he's in his ego right now. He hasn't quite mastered himself. He hasn't mastered his own wounds. I feel like he's in this energy where, you know, he may be asserting leadership, like in a arrogant maybe way, right? The King of Wands does things for himself when he's not in his light. He's like a visionary when he's in his light. He's a leader. He knows what he wants. But when he's in the shadow of it, all he's doing is like, I'm going to reject you. I'm going to reject you. I'm going to, you know, create a separation because this is not working for me right now because I don't feel good. I don't feel good about myself. I feel insecure. And so therefore that insecurity then manifests into, I'm going to abandon anything that makes me feel insecure. So perhaps, you know, this connection is making him feel less than. And that's not your fault. That's his problem. So if this connection is making him feel like he's less than or insecure, then that's why he's manifested separation right now. And that's because he knows that he needs to be the magician. He needs to be in his mastery if he's going to come forward. Therefore, that's what this harmonization is. I'm in this energy of insecurity. I'm in this energy of not feeling great about myself. I'm in this energy of ego and need and perhaps even arrogance. And so therefore I'm trying to balance this out with my own mastery, with my own healing, looking at why I'm doing these things. So his energy towards you as related to, you know, if he's going to take action towards an offer towards you, he's thinking about it, but he's not in a place of mastery to make any offers towards union. Does that make sense, Lynette? Boy, it's really delayed. I hope that makes sense. Yes, very helpful. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next person. Thank you, Lynette. Okay, I have another Jennifer here. Jennifer with the W. Are you here? Jennifer. All right. So the question is the person still on the journey with you? So that's a yes or no question that I don't like to do. So I am going to ask, what is the energy around this person being on the journey with you? Please say yes or no back to me to confirm. Is that okay, Jennifer? Because, you know, yes or no's are not really a good way to use the tarot. Okay. So this is interesting the way Spirit is answering this question. Bottom of the deck is a Seven of Swords. So I feel like you're asking this question about whether or not he's on the journey with you. But I feel like all of this insecurity is like, am I on the journey with him? Does that make sense? Like, I feel like you're asking me, is he on the journey? Is he on the journey with me? Because you're confused about whether or not you're on a journey with him, a particular journey with him. So I feel like with the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, there is an energy of, Seven of Swords is not the best card to get, right? Seven of Swords is like trickster, deception, self sabotage. And so I feel like, to answer the question, I feel like it applies to both of you. I feel like these are self sabotaging energies. Like, is he still on the journey with me, or am I still on the journey with him? And while I think it's valid as a human, but as someone, like, you're like on a journey of self, of like ascension and healing. So that type of question just creates a lot of confusion, a lot of doubt. That type of question, Spirit is saying to you, creates a lot of like illusion, fantasy, what am I, like daydreaming here, right? So it just kind of feels like you're both in an energy of like, was this a fantasy, was this a daydream, were we being overindulgent about this contract, about this connection? Because I do feel like we were working together, but I feel like here again, I feel like this is not you, especially when I get a 3 and a 7 of cups and a 7 of swords. I just feel like, he may be working with other people. I feel like, you could potentially work with other people on this journey. But I do feel like, to answer your question, is he still on the journey with me? I would venture to say yes, because you're still on the journey with him. Does that make sense? So it's irrelevant whether or not he's on the journey. He's still a part of your journey, which makes him part of your journey. Does that make sense? And so it's like confusing. You're confusing yourself when you ask that question, because you are both creating this energy of confusion based on self-sabotaging behaviors, like a wound or feeling abandoned, or he didn't choose me. But I do feel like, yeah, you guys are on a journey with each other. I feel like you're more active on the journey. I feel like you're growing and developing more on the journey. But I also do feel that this journey of yours with him encompasses other people. I do feel that, especially with the Queen of Wands there and the Three of Pentacles there, which has 3 people, in the card. It just feels like, yeah, you're both on the journey together, but that journey of growth and development is with the two of you, but then also can be encompassing other people. Does that make sense, Jennifer? Yeah, your mind's all over the place about the situation. That's the 7 of Cups with the 7 of Swords, the terrible, terrible energy. It's like an energy vampire type of energy. It's like self-sabotaging, complete confusion. It's an energy of like, oh my God, did I make this up? Am I delusional? Was he nothing? Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Who cares what the label is? Like, who cares what you want to call the journey? You're on a journey. You're living life. You're a student of life, right? So because he's part of your journey and because you're learning something because of a connection with him, it's all about your own growth and development. 3 of Pentacles. And potentially he's growing and developing with other people at this time, and not necessarily just you. So I hope that answered your question. MTM Milk Jacket. I'm not doing free questions. If you want to book a 1-question reading, you can do that another time, because I'm not taking any more questions. I'm already starting to lose my voice. And I still have too many to get through. Okay, let's see. Who's the next person on my list? You're welcome, Jennifer. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay, next person. Janelle. Is Janelle here? Janelle. Hi. Okay, Janelle. Let's see what your question is. I like your question. I'm just reading it now. Why is your connection with this person so painful and complicated? Let's see what Spirit has to say. This chick keeps coming out. And I feel like, especially with the cards that I'm getting, it's difficult. Oh my God. Well, if this is not the epitome of painful, right? Tower. Why is this connection separation painful and complicated? Why is this separation with your person painful and complicated? Because you guys were not building on solid ground, and it had to end. It had to end because it was, especially with the cards that I'm getting, that I'm seeing here. We have the first card to fly out for you is the Three of Cups. That's my third party card. So whether this was an energy where there are other people involved, or it's an energy where one person had more of love emotions and the other person was more friends, that could also be it. But you guys weren't on the same page. And so if you're trying to build a union, a friendship, or a relationship, then you're not building it from a place where you're both on the same page. And that's why it had to end. And towers are not easy. Towers are devastating. So to answer your question, why is it painful and complicated? Boom, tower card. So yeah, Spirit saying, yeah, well, it needed to be. It needed to happen. It needed to happen suddenly. It needed to be jolting, because it needed to end, because there were third party situations. There were third party situations. I don't know what your sign is, but this is the second or third time I've gotten this energy in a third party energy. And it just feels like there is another person still. Maybe there's even multiple women, I don't know, but there is this main character of another person. And when the Queen of Wands is in her shadow, yeah, right here, karmic is Leo. So this is Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So right here, this is her, and this seems like the main block. It's this energy. And when the Queen of Wands is in the shadow, she is jealous, she's clingy, she could be vindictive, she's got the black cat, she's in this energy of really not wanting to let the connection go. And it's usually self-serving. And I don't know if I want to call it karmic so much, but we get the Three of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Six of Cups. These are soul connections. Your connection with him is also a soul connection. His connection with this third party and this karmic is also a soul contract. And it needs to end. It needs to end. Completion, right? We have the World card. This connection between the two of you, it can't be a party of 5 or 4. Okay, it's not even a third party situation anymore. You got him, you got you've got the third party, you got a karmic. There's way too many people involved. Is that really? This is why this happened. It's not the Four of Wands. You don't have 4 people holding the Four of Wands. You don't want 4 people in your connection. So why is it painful? Why is it complicated? This is not a relationship that you can build a union off of. There are too many people involved. There's overindulgence in third party connections. He may be with other people, but he certainly has this main figure of a karmic here, or soulmate, or whatever. And these are connections that he needs to complete before anything can shift and manifest in your own connection. But there's a lot of external interference. And that's why this is the divine's gift to you. I know it doesn't feel like it, but this is a gift. You don't want to be a party of 5, him and 4 other women, or 3 other women, or 2 other women even. You don't want that. So this had to end. So this is spirit having your back. So what are you saying? Yeah, third party in karmic. Karmic's Leo. She broke my Dan's heart and helped mess his head up. She needs a dad and a provider. And yes, and we're not together, and it looks like it won't be. Yes, he's a player. Glad for the yeah. So did all of this make sense? I mean, it's difficult, but he's definitely still tied up. He's definitely still tied up. Awesome. Thank you, Janelle. So let's move on to the next question. Okay. You're welcome, Janelle. Yeah, move forward. He's got his own complications over here. The tower was a good thing. I would absolutely encourage your movement forward. Okay, we're going to go to Natalia. I like that name. Natalia, are you around? And then I have one more and I'm done. I'm exhausted. Let's see. Natalia. There you are. Hello. Okay, you sent me way too many questions here. We're only doing one question. So let's see. So I'm going to do the one that says revised, okay? So where is our connection headed? Well, obviously you want to know about union. So yeah, we'll see where your connection's headed. What's your sign? Your sun sign. Are you there? Natalia, what's your sun sign? Okay. So, bottom of the deck, Four of Pentacles. So it feels like whenever I get the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck is that there's no movement. Four of Pentacles is telling me that there hasn't been any movement for a while, right? We have all these pentacles. He's got his feet on both pentacles. He's got the heart covered. He's got the head covered. So there has been an energy of stubbornness, an energy of rigidity. Okay. So the first card we're getting is that people have not been wanting to commit. Okay. Or maybe he hasn't, or you haven't. There's been a stalemate. And this is a confirmation that things have been very, very stagnant in your connection. But I do feel like that stagnation is ending. I really do. It feels like this Two of Swords with the tower on top of it feels like any sort of delay, stalemate, non-commitment, stagnation that is ending. And there is an end here. This is the Queen of Wands again. So I don't know if there is the third party in this energy because you're not the Queen of Wands, right? You're a Libra. I feel like if there was a third party energy here, any sort of external interference, that's ending. I feel like if there was an external or third party connection, I feel like that's finally ending. And then that is creating this movement, right, in this connection now. It just feels like this connection was stuck for so long, because people were holding on to other people or things, and they weren't letting go, right? They weren't letting go. They were just being very stubborn, very rigid, holding on to people that they shouldn't have been holding on to. And now that's done. We're done staying stagnant. We're done with the stalemate, and we're ending connections with other people or energies that don't serve. It's like it's finally over. So if they broke up a year ago, he probably still had her in his energy, but it feels like it's done. I feel like he's moving on from it. I feel like that energy has been weighing him down, had been pulling him down, keeping him very stagnant, and this connection stagnant for a very long period of time. And so it almost felt like this whole stagnation and this rigidity and stubbornness in the connection came from his side. But now that he's finally let go of that outside energy, now it feels like the connection's going to start to gain some momentum. Yeah, you're right. If you feel it's changing, it's exactly what I'm picking up. Definitely, definitely feels like it's shifting. I love that. I love seeing the tower on the Two of Swords. It's like we're done with the stalemate. We're done staying stuck. Time for change. Does that help, Tyla? Yay! All right, Brooke is the last one, last question, and then we're going to sign off. Brooke, are you here? Brooke. Yay! Hi, Brooke. All right, so we're going to get to your card. Let me find your email. You're welcome, Tyler. All right, Brooke, I'm just looking for your email. Okay. What is... Okay, so you want to know kind of what the block is with that, with communication. Okay, let's see. Thanks for including your signs. I appreciate that. Oh, hi. I already did yours, Jen. So you can go back and listen in the replay. Because I'll be posting this. All right, Brooke. I almost called you Brookie. I don't know if anybody calls you Brookie. All right. Okay, it's so interesting. So you're asking me what is stopping your person from coming forward verbally. So Ace of Pentacles is the bottom of the deck. So basically, he's not ready for any sort of material new beginning or a new opportunity. It could be that he doesn't feel financially prepared, financially ready. It could also be that he's just not ready for a new beginning. He's not ready for anything new. And that really makes sense because the Wheel of Fortune is the first card that comes out. He's not ready for a new cycle. He's not ready to let go of the old karmic cycle because the Wheel of Fortune card is typically about changes, right? When the Wheel of Fortune comes out, it's about change. It's about destiny. It's about, karmics flying off the wheel, karmic cycles ending. And so you're asking me the question, like, what's stopping him? He doesn't want the new opportunity yet. He doesn't want the cycle to change. He's not ready to come into union. Okay. And why? Look at this. Magician, Hanged Man. Look at this is almost like the Magician upside down. He's just not ready. I feel like the vibe that I'm getting is like he just wants to be a little boy. Like he just wants to stay a child. He doesn't want to grow up. He doesn't want to be emotionally mature. He doesn't want to make a commitment. He just wants to stay in the old cycle that he's in of immaturity. And so maybe that's like him not being ambitious in his career or in school, or maybe he's just in this energy where he's just like, you know what, I've gotten by this way, and this is the same way I want to be. I'm not ready to change. I'm not ready to grow up. I'm not ready to shift. And so this keeps the connection stuck, because the Hanged Man card is all about the energy of like, I don't want to wake up. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to enlighten myself. I don't want to release karmic cycles. I don't want to release people, situations, things that no longer serve. Because when you think about the Hanged Man's energy, the Hanged Man, you see this crown has all this light around it. This is where he starts to see things from new perspectives. This is where he starts to awaken and say, all right, this is good for me. This is not good for me. This is more aligned with my truth. This is not. He doesn't want to do that yet. So he doesn't want to create anything yet. He's in this energy of pause because he's not prepared to start a new cycle. He's not prepared to grow up and move towards his destiny or move towards a relationship or have any sort of tangible new beginning. So what's stopping him and blocking him from communicating? I'd first say immaturity. Second, he doesn't want to do it. He just doesn't want to do it. So he only wants to do it when you think of the magician in his shadow. The magician is the energy of self-serving. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all an illusion. I'm happy to live in this illusion. I'm happy to pretend I'm perfectly fulfilled and satisfied when I know I'm not. I'm just dealing with the status quo, because anything more than that is too much hard work, takes too much time, too much commitment, and I'm not ready prepared to do that yet. So it just kind of feels like he's the block. His awakening, his desire to master himself, be in his truth, is the block. Does that make sense? Brooke, I'm assuming it makes sense. That maybe resonates with me and my work life and DM side, especially. Well, I asked specifically about the person, so I'm not surprised if it affects you. Then obviously that person's your mirror. But when I asked the question, I asked it specifically how you asked it, which was about him. So if he's mirroring that to you, or you're mirroring that to him, then yeah, you're absolutely both in the energy where we're not ready to let go of the old. We're still in the energy of staying in the old and understanding that it's going to take a lot of work to shift out of it and to move that wheel of fortune into something better. But it takes effort, it takes commitment, it takes energy, and it takes awakening. So he's not ready to do it. So if that mirrors your masculine, well, then that makes sense, because if he's your masculine, you're obviously going to mirror each other. But that also means to me, Brooke, that as the energetic leader, if you're doing that, you should work on shifting that for yourself. Okay. It's time. It's time to look at things from a new perspective. Okay. Well, I want to thank everyone for joining me. Thank you all for your patience as I got through all of your questions. And I hope that you guys join me for another live. I hope you found it valuable. I hope you found it entertaining. And thank you all for your trust in letting me read for you today. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.